Welcome back to Madrid Pulse, your go-to source for everything Real Madrid. Today, we dive into the incredible comeback story of Antonio Rüdiger. From surgery to squad training in record time, the German warrior is pushing limits, defying timelines, and showing why he's a cornerstone in Xabi Alonso's new era. Stay tuned as we unpack his silent battles, fierce determination, and what his return means for Madrid's future. The German center-back is defying time. There was talk of a 6 to 8 week absence, but the intention has always been for him to get some playing time sooner rather than later. Antonio Rüdiger doesn't look at the calendar. Since undergoing meniscus surgery on April 29th, just 3 days after missing the cup final due to suspension, the Real Madrid defender has turned every passing day into a silent victory, pushing boundaries most wouldn't dare. The medical report predicted a lengthy spell on the sidelines, yet Rüdiger had other plans. He chose a tougher road, one not paved with caution and delay, but with quiet sacrifice, pain management, and a single-minded determination to return before anyone expected. Throughout the season, Rüdiger has endured an invisible battle. While most fans see only the 90 minutes he delivers with steel and fire, what they miss is the struggle behind the scenes. The countless hours of recovery, the soreness that never quite goes away, and the moments when any other player might have said, "Not today." But not Rüdiger. Every match was a test of endurance, not just of physical strength, but of willpower. He pushed through injuries that could have sidelined him much earlier in the campaign because he knew how much he meant to the team and how much Real Madrid needed him. It was this same grit that eventually led to the decision for surgery. Together with the club, he recognized that healing fully now would pay off for the future. Even with the Club World Cup on the horizon, a trophy opportunity not taken lightly, both parties agreed that long-term health took priority. But Rüdiger's mindset remains unchanged. Just because surgery was necessary didn't mean he planned on stepping away for long. On the contrary, he has taken each rehabilitation session as a challenge, each step forward as proof that he is still very much in the fight. He's been training normally with the group for days now, seamlessly reintegrating into sessions with the same intensity that defines his game. Rüdiger doesn't just want to be back, he needs to be back. Sitting on the sidelines while his team chases another title isn't something he's willing to accept. Every part of his recovery is being managed with care, not just by him, but by Madrid's top medical staff, who understand how hard he pushes himself. Their job isn't just to prepare him for a safe return. It's to protect him from himself, to make sure his hunger doesn't lead to re-injury. But they're optimistic. He's shown great signs. The swelling is under control. The knee responds well to training. More than anything, his spirit remains unshaken. Xabi Alonso knows what Rüdiger brings to a dressing room in transition. Leadership, hunger, presence, qualities that are rare even among elite professionals. The German defender isn't just another name on the team sheet. He's a cornerstone of the project Alonso is building. Madrid's new coach needs stability at the back, a warrior to lead from the rear as they enter a new era. That's exactly why giving Rüdiger minutes against Pachuca is more than a hopeful experiment. It's a calculated step in bringing back a key pillar of the team's identity. Alonso put it simply, Rüdiger made a brutal effort this season, but he is progressing well and will be the first to return. There's more behind those words than praise. It's trust. Rüdiger has earned it over and over again. He's not one to exaggerate his condition or make empty promises. When he says he's close, it means something. When he trains with full force, it's not to prove anything. It's because he knows no other way. Yesterday, he trained fully with the group again, and he did so with his trademark fire. It wasn't just about jogging or ball work. It was intensity, aggression, the kind of training that sets the tone. For Alonso and his staff, it was a reminder of what's coming back. For his teammates, it was a boost. And for Rüdiger, it was one more silent victory, one more battle won on the road to full recovery. He's getting closer. The warrior is almost ready. The German center-back is now fully involved in team sessions and performing ball exercises with his teammates. Rüdiger's condition has improved significantly, and by all indications, he will be among the first to be fully match fit and ready to start. His presence will be a major boost for Xabi Alonso, who relies heavily on Rüdiger's strength, physicality, and experience in the heart of defense. Rüdiger has become one of the pillars of Madrid's backline, and his return could not have come at a better time as the team faces tough opposition in the Club World Cup. Dani Carvajal, the team's captain and veteran right-back, is also close to completing his recovery. Carvajal suffered a serious injury last October, which kept him sidelined for an extended period. However, after months of careful rehabilitation, he is now alternating between group and individual training sessions. The club's medical staff are managing his workload cautiously, ensuring that no risks are taken with his recovery. The arrival of Trent Alexander-Arnold this summer has given the coaching staff more flexibility at right back, allowing Carvajal to take the necessary time to heal fully. Still, the captain remains a crucial figure in the dressing room, and his leadership, defensive prowess, and big match experience will be invaluable as Madrid look to secure yet another Club World Cup title. David Alaba is another key figure who is very close to making his return to the pitch. The Austrian defender underwent knee surgery on April 30th, but his recovery has been progressing ahead of schedule. Alaba has now started participating in parts of the group training sessions, a strong indication that he may be available for selection during the tournament. His versatility to play both as a central defender and left-back provides Xabi Alonso with additional tactical options as he fine-tunes his squad for the important matches ahead. Ferland Mendy and Eduardo Camavinga are also part of the squad traveling to Miami. Both players have dealt with injury setbacks this season, but the medical team's close supervision and individualized recovery plans have them nearing full fitness. Mendy's defensive stability on the left flank and Camavinga's dynamism in midfield are vital components of Madrid's tactical system. Their presence will give Xabi Alonso more depth and balance in the squad, which will be crucial as they face multiple matches in quick succession. Even young Endrick, who has been dealing with some minor physical issues after joining the first-team setup, has made the trip. The club wants him to be fully integrated with the squad and experience the competition atmosphere firsthand. While his role may be limited during the Club World Cup, his inclusion is a clear sign of how highly Madrid rates him for the present and future. With the return of these important players, Real Madrid's squad is close to full strength again. The timing could not be better. The Club World Cup presents an opportunity to add yet another piece of silverware to the trophy cabinet and continue the club's tradition of global dominance. Under the leadership of Xabi Alonso, who has quickly adapted to life as Madrid's head coach, and with the return of several key players, the team is fully motivated and prepared to give their fans around the world something to celebrate. The mood inside the camp is one of determination, unity, and confidence. The medical staff, coaching team, and players have all worked tirelessly to make sure that the squad is ready for this important tournament. Madridistas can look forward to seeing many of their favorite stars back on the pitch, fighting for the badge with passion and pride. As Real Madrid heads to Miami, the objective is crystal clear: win the Club World Cup and bring another trophy back to the Santiago Bernabeu. With so many key players returning at just the right time, Madridistas have every reason to believe that this mission is not only possible but highly achievable. Here are some tasks that Alonso could face to rebuild Real Madrid. The Xabi Alonso era gets underway today on a shoestring with the presence of the four available players: Fran Garcia, Lucas, Ceballos, and Asensio. The injured players: Militao, Carvajal, Courtois, Valverde, Rodrigo, Rudiger, Mendy, Endrick, Alaba, and Camavinga, and waiting for the internationals to return from their commitments with their national teams before traveling to Miami on June 13th to face the first game of the last title of the season 5 days later. I have an idea of how we want to play, but that picture of the system can change. I want the team to connect with the people. With 3 center-backs, we'll work well. Xabi confessed about the task that most worries Real Madrid fans after a year in which the departure of Toni Kroos has completely blurred Real Madrid. A very meticulous style of play that he has managed to perfect at Bayer, based on ball control, quick transitions, freedom in attack, and a solid defense. Imposing a playing style that combines touch and possession with high pressure when the ball is lost will be the Spanish coach's main task in order to compete for titles again. Prioritizing the creation of advantages in midfield to control the game and generate scoring opportunities, with a monitored freedom in attack that doesn't suppress the player's creativity. He always tells us that positions have to be occupied, but not always by the same player. They explain to Marca about a guideline that Xabi strictly adheres to. Here, he could manage several systems to fit all his pieces together, taking advantage of the 4-3-3 tactical structure, or even a flexible 4-2-3-1 to adapt to the needs of each opponent. A clear playing style, verticality, quick arrivals in the box, and a high pace that demands quick thinking from the players to execute all these combinations almost automatically. Achieving the necessary automatism so that all players move without thinking, but always finding the optimal space. The Champions League final became required reading for Real Madrid. Defensively today, he was exceptional. Everyone is worried. It's true that the work must be collective, but the first to apply pressure are always the attacking players. And to create the aggressive, dynamic, and high-intensity style of play so necessary in today's football, constant pressure after losing possession physically wears down opponents, causing their errors to increase and their performance to decline as the minutes pass. This is where the task of redefining some of the forwards' roles comes into play. We have to get everything they have is what we're hearing these days at Valdebebas. And now, if a player goes solo, the pressure loses all its power. They will be required to score goals because that's their main function, but also to work collectively. It's important to understand that effective pressure, which results in winning the ball back, allows for quicker rest and creates uncertainty in the opponent. One of the main defensive principles of Xabi Alonso's teams is to maintain a compact structure both defensively and in midfield, where position and space are key to understanding everything, how the team organizes itself to reduce the spaces between the lines. And after a year in which Ancelotti had to do a lot of juggling in every game to form his back four, Xabi's mission is to regain defensive solidity. The arrivals of Arnold and Huijsen, while Carreras is pending, invite optimism, but achieving a compact and well-organized unit will be essential. The 76 goals conceded in the 62 matches played to date are figures that are worrying for the Madrid club. Therefore, the foundation for Alonso's success must be based on the effectiveness of his defensive system to root out the problems of his predecessor. It seems vital that everyone understands their role in defense, and for that, discipline is a non-negotiable point. There is no room for improvisation or slacking off at the back. There won't be any heavy physical demands in these first few days. The focus will be on implementing the style of play and training methodology that Xabi wants to develop at Real Madrid. It will be a small-staffed job, but it's key for the coach to get to know his squad, the club, and the environment around him. Shortly after speaking at the press conference at Real Madrid City, he got down to business, soaking up absolutely everything, before making a few requests to complete everything he could. The first day will serve to assess the infirmary and get a good look at the field.